Video number 2. This is the CPUs running at full tilt and the GPU at very high load in the 90% range at this point. Well, 80 to 90%. We're talking about 6,000 RPM on the fans, and it's running at 83 degrees. I guess relatively cool. It was at 92 degrees not too long ago. I can't explain the lower temperatures. Might have something to do with the 6,000 RPM fans. I do have this running on the custom profile. So here's a listen, and then I'll switch it to the normal profile. Okay, apologize for the shaky video. So that was 6,000 RPM. Let me change it to the system profile. Oh, it got real quiet. So it dropped down to about 2,400, and then it's going to ramp back up. The CPU actually throttled, so you can actually see that right there. If I can focus, there we go. So you actually saw some throttling right there, and a little bit, yeah. So the CPU is ramping back up, 2,494 degrees. That is really odd. There we go, speeding up. Keep in mind, the GPU is at 90% load. All cores are fully loaded. It's actually running R23 benchmark in the background with the game. The fact that I'm getting 30 FPS, which is, by the way, what I got on the 16-inch with the 16 core, that tells you that the 32 core has quite a bit of muscle. Sorry about the length of the video. This is taking forever to ramp up, but it is ramping up. So I guess that's it. Okay, so 94 degrees, 4250 RPM, no throttling on the CPU, and very high usage on the GPU. 4,200 RPM and 94 degrees. If it does go, I'm going to let this go for a few more minutes, and if it goes higher, I will put that in the notes, but I'll let you listen to this at the correct distance. A little throttling there from the CPU. Okay, the peak we saw was 95, and I must correct myself. I'm not going to call that throttling. That's a drop in CPU usage for whatever reason. So I take that back. Not throttling. I don't know why CPU usage would drop, but yeah, I apologize. It's not like the clock speed dropped, so low correction there. But yeah, I'm surprised that it's only hitting 95 degrees, 4,200 RPM, CPU fully booked, and GPU at very high load. I couldn't get this to max out because I think with the CPU being so busy, it doesn't have the time to fill GPU capacity with all 32 cores. Hopefully that was helpful. And just so you know, I have been whispering because it is past midnight, as you can see. So I'm trying to be quiet here. So yeah, I could work with this whoosh all night long. This is at 4,000 RPM. This is not a bother one bit. Thank you.